How's it going, everyone? It's Juan Romero here from SwitchWatch, and I'm back with another review. Today it's a game called Star Ghost, which was provided to us by Rainy Frog, so thank you very much for that. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to check out our website www.switchwatch.co.uk for more written reviews over there. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get into the review of Star Ghost. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but the sound of a Metagon empire sounds ominous and terrifying to me. As the commander, you have a huge job on your hands because the Metagon war fleet has been detected on the outer perimeter. So this nice lady tells us anyway. The story here is straight to the point, and in a game like this it's great and it's just what's needed. Now, I have to admit that sometimes I am wrong. When I received this game, I was not expecting too much. I played so many games lately and reviewed so many that I thought, what can this bring to the table that's going to impress me and more so you guys? Well, it had a banging tune for starters, and it's so catchy I was humming it in my head, much to the annoyance of everyone in my house. David Wise, the composer here, has my vote for creating a really fantastic, memorable tune in this game. On top of that, the sound effects here are great for this little indie game. Explosions sound pretty grandeur, and the blasting of your blaster sounds as it should. I love all the little explosions going on as you blow up your enemies. Now, I love all the little comments made by this nice sounding lady, who's very helpful, by the way. She's all I need. She tells me if I've landed well at the end of the level, if my shields are damaged, or when my multiplier has been downgraded. Cheeky, I say. Now, when I take down this Metagon empire, I need to make sure that there's a medal for a very job well done, because I could not have done it without her, that is for sure. Now, what can I say about the visuals? This game just put a smile on my face. It's simple and nothing's overcomplicated. You want a nice shot of nostalgia here? Well, this side-scrolling shooter of old with a bit of neon thrown in for good measure is all here. This is so solid, and again I was surprised by how much I liked the visuals. They pop and remind me of a game called Geometry Wars, which was another game I could not put down for a very long time. The visuals don't change much, and the backgrounds more or less stay the same throughout the 12 systems, but they don't really need to because the enemies are nice and diverse and varied and keeps things interesting. You always have a new morsel of visuals to keep you happy, and that's what I enjoyed the most about it. Sometimes you come across a game which is so simple it beggars belief how it can take hold of you. Now, bear with me, I might go off on a small tangent here. When the mixture is just right, you can make a really nice sponge cake. But get a little part of it wrong and you can be left with a cake that's stodgy, where the sponge is heavy instead of light, fluffy and delicious. And this, to me, is what this game is like. And this is also why we like to break down these reviews in parts the way we do. The music and sound here is great, the visuals are fine. And will the simple gameplay match? Well, I think this is one of those games that is great to play in short bursts. But those short bursts scream out for you to play again and again and again. You see, you only really utilise one button here, and you press that button to control your ship. If you've ever played a game called Flappy Birds on your phone, you tap the screen multiple times to keep your ship airborne and let it drop when you need to avoid enemies or obstacles, for example. Now, the ship automatically fires its weapons, and you can control the direction to a certain extent with the left analog stick, and you use your skill to kill as many enemies as possible to keep your multipliers going, to also get power-up drops which will help you increase firepower, speed, shield and the spread of your bullets. Each level is short and sweet and procedurally generated, so no run is exactly the same. You will encounter some bosses along your trip in completing the 12 systems. However, that will take you a while because it's challenging, and also once you die, you start from the beginning. There's no checkpoints here and you only get one life, although you will be able to survive a few hits before perishing. So the game may not be for everyone in that regard. For me though, I'm a sucker for old school type shooters with nice visuals and music with tight controls, and we have it all here. You have to keep on top of your power-ups as they do degrade over time, and if you don't continue to keep them topped up, basically by picking up more power-ups, you're going to be a goner. While there are no checkpoints here, the levels are short and sweet, and you're given the opportunity to spend some of your credits on keeping your shield topped up or the fire rate of your weapons, for example. There are some frustrating viruses that you can pick up along the way which will stop you from shooting, which seems like it lasts forever, and if you pick up one of these viruses, you're no doubt going to perish. So the game can be frustrating, but it does toe the line well between frustration and that just one more go feeling. The aim of the game is simple: get as far as you can, get the best score possible, and at the end of each run and each breakdown of level, you will be graded. And this will be out of enemies killed, pickups, and the amount of shield you have left, and then you'll be awarded with some stars out of 3 and some points. You'll post your score on a leaderboard, and much like an arcade game of old, you can give your Switch to a friend to see if they can post a better score than you with your Switch. Get you itching to beat your friend and vice versa. You can't have your friend leaving a great score on your own machine now, can you? There is no multiplayer here or an online leaderboard, which I do wish was included, but you can't have it all. This game is priced fairly considering all the competition on the Nintendo eShop right now. £7.99 or $8.99 for a game like this I think represents decent value, which you're not going to be disappointed with. There is some replayability here because you're going to keep wanting to go back to beat your score, and it's got that addictive nature of just having that one more go. This game was released first on the Wii U in March of 2016, and it was well received then, and while it's not an old game, I doubt many people would have played it. And that's a shame because it deserves your time and attention. Here is a second chance then for Star Ghost, and I for one am really glad I have this one added to my Switch collection. It's deadly simple but has an addictive quality that just kept me coming back for one more go. Yes, Star Ghost does have a lot more competition on the Switch right now, but this is a great way to have a blast ridding the galaxy of the Metagon Empire. Commander, it's over to you, and from me, a 7 out of 10. A really solid game that you're going to have a lot of fun with. And as usual guys, if you enjoyed this review, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button. Please don't forget, really helps our channel out. And if you want to leave us a comment on this review or the game itself or any other Nintendo Switch game for me, I'll do my very best to respond to you. And if you're a new watcher here, then consider subscribing. We've got a huge catalogue of game reviews on our YouTube channel and our website at www.switchwatch.co.uk. My name is Juan Romero, and you know what I'm going to say by now. I'll see you on the next one.